You set up two tables right next to each other, and suddenly your boba stand turns into a science lab. One sign says $5, the other says $6, and you just became a researcher without even applying for the job. This is basically what an A/B test is, and it sounds fancy, but it is really just comparing two versions of something to see which one wins. Version A is your control, the normal thing you already do, and version B is the twist you are curious about. Here's the part vendors mess up constantly. They test for 10 minutes and declare a winner like they just won a trial on a courtroom drama. 10 customers is not data. That is basically a coin flip wearing a lab coat. You want a sample size that actually means something, and for small event tests, that usually means at least 50 to 100 people per version before you trust the result. Anything smaller and you are letting randomness make your business decisions for you. Let's talk controls, because this is where things get sneaky. If one table is in full shade and the other is roasting in direct sun, you are not testing price anymore, you are testing who hates sweating more. Same product, same booth setup, same staff energy. The only thing that changes should be the one variable you're actually testing. Otherwise, you are comparing apples to a confused, sunburned orange. Timing matters too, and this one trips people up constantly. Testing version A at 11 in the morning and version B at 7 at night is comparing a sleepy crowd to a hungry, tipsy dinner crowd, which is not fair to either one. The fix is simple. Alternate the versions throughout the day or run them at the same time on two different stands if you can. That way the crowd mood and foot traffic stay roughly balanced between both versions instead of stacking the deck. Now let's get into presentation testing, because pricing is not the only thing you can flip. You can test a handwritten chalkboard sign against a slick printed menu, or a photo of the food against just plain text, and people's brains respond differently to each one without them even realizing it. This connects to something psychologists call the framing effect, basically the idea that how you present information changes how people feel about it even if the actual facts are identical. Saying starting at $5 feels way friendlier than just $5, even though mathematically it is the exact same number. Measurement is the next piece, and you do not need fancy equipment. You need a tally counter and a notebook, or even just your phone's notes app. Track total customers exposed to each version and total customers who actually bought, because conversion rate tells you way more than just raw sales numbers. Here's a twist people forget. Bigger sales numbers do not always mean the better version. If version A had 80 buyers out of 200 people who walked by, but version B had 60 buyers out of 100 people who walked by, version B actually converted better even though it sold less in total. History has a fun example of this obsession with testing, going all the way back to 1926 when an agricultural scientist named Ronald Fisher started designing controlled experiments for crop fields. He was just trying to figure out which fertilizer worked best, and somehow that turned into the foundation of basically all modern testing, including your boba stand. Doubt usually creeps in around here, with vendors thinking their event is too small or too chaotic for real testing. But you do not need a laboratory, you need curiosity, a notebook, and the patience to let the numbers talk before your gut feelings do. So next time you are setting up two booths or two prices, you are not just guessing anymore, you are running a tiny experiment with real evidence behind it. Want to learn more about pricing strategy and vendor tools like this? Check out our links in the description.